and its importance and ideas for every budget. So in 2022, the Wheatley Institute at BYU and the University of Virginia did a study called the Date Night Opportunity Study, and they asked about date night, and they asked 2,000 married couples about their date night habits, and I have a little video from them if I can get it up. Is it coming up? Didn't come up last time. Ah, yes it did. Yay. Okay. There we go.
If you are looking for a way to strengthen your marriage, the answer might just be to start going on date nights. In the second edition of the Date Night Opportunity Report, released by the Wheatley Institute and the National Marriage Project, married couples across the United States were surveyed about their date night frequency, and only about half of couples, 48%, reported that they go on regular date nights. However, researchers found that going on date nights regularly, at least every 2 weeks, increases relationship quality in 5 major ways. 1. Happier marriage. 83% of wives and 84% of husbands who had regular date nights were very happy in their marriages, compared to just 68% of wives and 70% of husbands who did not have regular date nights. 2. More stable marriage. Wives and husbands in a frequent date nights group were about 14% more likely to report that divorce was not at all likely in the future. Number 3. Better communication with your partner. 71% of wives and 77% of husbands who had regular date nights were very happy with their communication, compared to 51% of wives and 59% of husbands who did not have regular date nights. 4. More sexual satisfaction. Nearly 2 out of 3 spouses who frequently go on dates report that they are highly satisfied with their sexual relationship, 68% for wives, 67% for husbands, whereas less than half of spouses who don't go on regular dates report similar levels of sexual satisfaction, 47% for wives and 47% for husbands. 5. More commitment to your marriage. For couples who go on frequent date nights, nearly 3 out of 4 report being highly committed to their relationship, 75% for wives, 73% for husbands, versus only about half of those who don't, 53% for wives, 51% for husbands. So if you're looking for a stronger relationship in these areas, your date can't wait.
So, who was a little surprised to see those numbers? Okay, shut up. I was surprised to see those numbers. The number of people who aren't happy or don't date is kind of mirrors the levels of marriage and divorce in our society, right? Mm-hmm. We know 50% of marriages succeed in this. Let me see, slideshow. Okay, so.
And I think the number's even rising in the church too. That there's more divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where I got that statistic from, but I heard it.
You're right, yeah.
Well, yeah, I think, yeah.
In general. So
Okay.
is this class about husband-wife relationship, or is it things to do with the kids too?
With 3
presentations.
Okay.
It's date night, things to do with kids,
Yeah,
and free
'cause
education.
We're out.
We're
If
each
we're
other's
adults.
dates.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
I mean, you
that's
can do these
about
things with
husband
your,
and wife.
yeah, I mean, not
Yeah,
everybody's
exactly.
married. You can do these things with your friends. You can do them as a group activity if you want. I've got tons of resources on the sheets over there. It's not just a couples thing, it's everything to do around, not everything, I couldn't spend any more time on the computer, but there's a lot of things to do in San Antonio that surprisingly, I've been here for 7 years and I didn't even know that they were there. Like concerts in a cave in Bernie. Who knew? Anybody know?
Yeah.
Of course you knew. she plays the violin. Okay, so this date night study is really important, and why? Because it has a significant impact on relationships. All those numbers were statistically significant. Big differences in those who date at least twice a month and those who didn't. Satisfaction in 5 areas. Specifically, I think, communication, right? If you don't have communication, it makes everything so much harder. So one of the things that I read, there's a blog that I follow, it's for Christians, she's an LPC, she's a counselor, and she says, for date night, do you still date your spouse? What does that look like, and how do you do it? And she said, now, and this was something that if you want to read the study, you can go to the Wheatley Institute. Just Google Wheatley Institute date night opportunity, and there's a lot more stuff in there. But it does help build a stronger marriage. So we all know family obligations, jobs, medical school, family, extended family obligations. They take us away from our family, and they just definitely take us away from our spouse. So she talked about how there's do's and don'ts for date night, okay? So do think back to the person that started dating your spouse, right? Who were you when you started dating your spouse? I think we're all a little smarter, a little more tired, but we don't dress, maybe you do dress up, but I don't dress up. I put my hair up and I run off in my sneakers and we go out to eat or we go to do something. It's fine if you're outside, but she said, dress up. You might feel better about yourself. You might notice that you've dressed up, put on, little lip gloss or what's that shit?
I wish.
But she said, bring your best self with you, and that'll show, it makes a difference, she said, that our appearance affects our mood, right? So, so the do's and don'ts for dating are no children, absolutely not. Try to find some friends or a group or form a group through Relief Society that, where you can watch each other's kids for a couple hours, a couple times a month. No marriage counseling. This isn't the time to work out your issues or argue about money or family. This is together time. This is getting to know each other again. We have so many things going on. I asked my husband, so what happened at work today? Do I care? No, not really. But I wanted to, but I know a lot about construction now because I asked him a lot of questions about his job. So, and he needs to talk about it. He needs to tell somebody. I used to do project management and he does project management, so we have that in common. No planning or scheduling during the date. This is a date. Don't plan your next vacation. Don't plan what you're doing with the kids. No planning. Just be together, get to know each other again. Not a group event. Don't go out with couples because it's, you don't wind up spending any time together when you're with couples. You spend time with your friends. Activity ideas. We all have plenty of things we do. There are a few things that I didn't know about, like the concerts in the cave, which I think the acoustics must be amazing. No?
I haven't actually been, but I know
Knew about it. Okay, I thought maybe you'd played there. Service projects. We can go to the temple. I like doing ceilings. Like we did a ceiling for an anniversary once. We did ceilings for my family in the temple on an anniversary once, and that brought us really close together. I felt doing those ceremonies takes you back, right? Takes you back to when you made those covenants. And I think it's a good starter. Outdoor activities, there's plenty of things to do. Within 2 hours of San Antonio, you've got, 5 or 6 state parks. And one thing about the state parks, if you are active military, a veteran, Gold Star recipient, parks are free for you. The state parks are all free. If you have a disability, if you have a blue placard, if you have ADHD and it's or your kids have autism or any other neurodivergent diagnosis, you pay half of the fee. The fee right now I think is like $79. I just bought a pass, and but you can go to there's like 90 state parks in Texas, and wherever you go, the beach, there's a state park. You go to the mountains, there's a state park. You go to the plains, there's a state park. So there's plenty of state parks. Unfortunately, it's not free unless you're one of those qualified categories. Game night. You can't have game night with the kids. Get rid of them. Okay.
I think on the state parks too, I read something online, if you're over 65,
Yes.
you can get a pass, but it
It's
pays
half.
for half.
Yep.
When you go to
It's
whatever
half.
park.
You're right. Okay. A quote by President Nelson. He says, "Marriage brings greater possibilities for happiness than does any other human relationship. Yet some married couples fall short of their full potential. They let their romance become rusty, take each other for granted, allow other interests or clouds of neglect to obscure the vision of what their marriage really could be. Marriages would be happier if nurtured more carefully. So the key word there is nurture, right? We all know that nothing grows without it being nurtured, right? You need to nurture your testimony, you nurture your kids, you need to nurture your marriage as well. It's vital in those 5 areas for you to increase your communication skills and your intimacy. Okay, local activities. How much time do I have? A minute. Okay, couple of things that were dinosaur tracks at Government Canyon and Cibolo Nature Center. And this one is in Bernie. Hardburger Park, they have that, what is it, a natural, like a bridge that goes over
The
Wurzbach.
Wurzbach Parkway.
Yeah, it goes over Wurzbach, and it's like,
It's a land bridge.
land bridge, thank you, it's a land bridge, so it's got like, you know, plants and everything on it, so you just kind of walk across it. It's on the sheets, if you want it, yeah.
Yeah, sheet is, yeah.
Yeah.
it gets it.
Matla Park in Helotes is really close. I don't know if anybody's ever been there. It's free. It's Helotes, but it's really gray forest, which is a really nice. You've been there?
Oh, I was gonna say, if you go to Cibolo in the evening,
Mm-hmm.
you get to see fireflies.
Oh,
Down by the river,
okay.
they like to hide in the grasses and they come out when it's getting near dark.
Thank you.
And it's by the water, it's very
Yeah.
romantic.
So you can always take a picnic, right? You can pack your cheeses and crackers and soda. Where was I? Has anybody ever been to La Vita? If you like art, artisans, like, you know, window shopping, art, you know, just to go to look and see what people are creating. La Vita has a bunch of little art studios there. They sell their art and they're also doing art there. There's a lot of free places, Japanese tea gardens. The San Antonio Zoo has a locals day. And the 3 dates, I put them on the sheet. The next one is October 10th, and it's $8 a person. It's pretty cheap to go in. Market days, if you like market days, like on weekends, there's a lot of markets open on Saturdays. My favorite is the South Flores Market. Has anybody ever been there?
No, I would say there's one not on there, which is green.
Yeah, green.
It's
Texas
really
is
cute.
good.
Every
Oh,
weekend.
in New
Live
Braunfels?
music everywhere. Yeah, in New
Okay.
Braunfels. It's really cute.
The South Flores Market is a lot of local artisans, and they do, like, if it's Christmas, everything's Christmas. If it's Day of the Dead, everything's Day of the Dead. If it's Fiesta, I mean, you have so much stuff to choose from. But it's a lot of fun. It's very, there's some food stuff there, but it's very, like, Mexican folk art. Cultural activities, there's lots of museums. There's a fire museum in San Antonio, I did not know. That's free. You know, all of the museums in town have a free day, and those are on the sheet. There is, has anybody ever done the tour of the public art, where you go and see all the murals around town? Yeah, the cousin, she takes her dog, he has an Instagram page, and she takes him to all the murals and takes pictures of them. It's really cute. And then these are all the websites with up-to-date information. Oops, what happened? About what's going on, and that sheet as well is over on the table. Anybody have any questions? No? All right, thank you.
Thank you for all your hard work. That was awesome. Thank you.
I don't know if you included Main Plaza on your list. Main Plaza was San Fernando Cathedral.
Yes, yeah. San Fernando, the Market Square, or there's museum at Market Square, I didn't even know about.
Oh, let's go back. All right, I'm in charge of kind of kid activities. I have a son who's 18 months, so we're just getting into like actually leaving the house and wanting to do things. And I've only lived here for a year and a half, so I would love if you have any other resources or anything that pops into your mind, raise your hand. Because I'm no expert, but I recently found out about libraries, and I loved doing this as a kid, that they're free and there's tons of fun options. They have options where you can read to your kids. You can show your kids all about cool books and how great they are. It can get expensive if your kids lose books, so don't do that. But there's lots of fun options, and there's so many in San Antonio, so that's a really great option for free things. This is one of my favorites. It's themed movie nights. And so what I've seen, and a lot of people do this on social media, and it looks really fun. is you get movies, and whenever like a food item comes up, that's what you like are feeding them for dinner. So for example, they have Beauty and the Beast and they talk about like eggs, and so you'll like bring out the dozen eggs, or you'll bring out the gray stuff, and they have like Lady and the Tramp where you eat spaghetti and meatballs, or like Harry Potter, like you can do a little themed dinner that way, and you're killing two birds with one stone with feeding your kids and also having a fun family time together.
Finally using my grandma, future grandma.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
There you go. I forgot to mention in this, my grandma used to do color parties with us when we were younger. So we'd have like a pink party, and so we'd eat everything that's pink. And we'd like have to dress up in pink, and we had to do all these like pink activities, and it was really, really fun. And that was something that I didn't mention in here, but that's another great option. We also have obviously fun arts and crafts. There are so many options online that you can look up, and they're relatively cheap. There's painting, you can collect leaves and decorate them. Again, you go onto Pinterest and you'll want to do everything. It's so fun. I will say my son just got into painting, and he does get a lot in his hair, so like prepare to like throw them in the shower afterwards, but it's really fun, and he has loved it so far. Another one is theme bath times. We've done where I'll just go to the dollar store and get like 5 little toys that are themed of fish or like superheroes, and then we'll get a bath bomb. There's like really cheap options at HEB or wherever. They have little tub, little bubble bath things that can also make the water different colors, and having a themed bath is really fun for your kids. And you're getting them clean as well, which is great. There's tons of parks and swimming pools and splash pads, especially when it's hot, that I really liked. Again, you can just kind of look them up. I was gonna say, if you have any like parks that pop into your head that you really, really like, raise your hand. I specifically like the Helotes one because I live pretty close to it, and I feel very safe there because it is a police station and a fire station right next door. So if anything happened where your kid cracked their head open, you'd be okay. This is one that I did recently with my son. It's Goat Shenanigans, and it's $6, and you go to like a little coffee shop, and they just have tons of miniature goats, and you can color with the goats, you can feed the goats, you can walk the goats. There's a little park area by there, and there's chickens. It's super fun, and you can bring mom friends, and you can just chat while your kids are playing with goats.
Now, how would you look that up? Oh, you have.
So in September. It's every Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m.
It's the last week.
But they have it in October. They like kind of change the dates. So if you have Instagram, you can go to Goat Shenanigans, and they'll post their next. They haven't posted it yet for October, but they usually do. There's also open gym. This is in Alamo Gymnastics Center. It's $5, and it's an hour where your toddler can just run around, and they have like a huge foam pit and do gymnastics. It was really fun. We enjoyed it a lot. There's just tons of little kids running around, and they were going crazy, and then my son took a great nap afterwards. So, or if you have grandkids or whatever, they'll be tired afterwards. It's fall coming up, so there's tons of pumpkin patches and farmer markets. Sarah kind of mentioned them. Some pumpkin patches are a little more expensive, but there's a lot also that are free. You don't even need to buy a pumpkin. Sometimes it's just fun for the kids to go and look at pumpkins and do all the little activities that they have around. I also recently found out about indoor playgrounds, and I'm obsessed with these because they're indoor, and so I'm not sweating like crazy while chasing my toddler. This one is one of my favorites. It's Maui Maui. It's kind of by the temple. It's not super expensive, and all of the playground is padded, which is great. So, because I feel like a lot of parks, they have like big drop-offs, and your kids are gonna like fall and crack their head open again. But this one has tons of pads, and there's fun slides, and it's indoor again, which is so nice. We also have the YMCA. I am a little biased because I loved it so much I decided to work there. But the YMCA has tons of great options. for cheaper sports like soccer or basketball. They have gymnastics, they have swimming pools and splash pads there as well. There also is fun camps that you can do, like Lego camp or like a video game camp. And they're, from what I have found, they're not nearly as expensive, and they're very willing to work with families. We also have the museum. I feel like a lot of people know about this one, but it's amazing. Some of our favorite rooms are the HEB market that the kids can just go around and buy their food, and there's little cars. It's very, very cute. And also we love the ballroom where you can like shoot up balls into these like, I don't know, the tubes, and they like go everywhere, and the kids love it. There's lots of like learning things as well. And for older kids, there's like a spy room. I know a lot of people do the annual or year pass, and that basically will be, you pay for it 3 times and it'll make it worth, or you go 3 times and it makes it worth it. But they also do have a free night on, let me look it up, it's not showing on here. Sorry, I think it's every first Monday of every month. You just have to register, and it's at 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. And so that's a great option for kids as well. And there's tons of things. What?
It's like family out evening.
It'd be great. We also have the zoo. I feel like a lot of people know about this one. There's another one that's kind of like a zoo, but also a safari. And I've never done this, but I really, really want to. It's the Natural Bridge Wildlife Ranch. I don't know if you've heard of it. I'm so excited. I have a lot of siblings that are, I have like 15 siblings, and they're coming to visit me next week. So we're gonna go. Yes.
My sister took me for my birthday last year.
Did the animal bite you?
No,
Okay.
no.
How does that work?
So, I mean, I'm just saying it's not just for kids, and I had a good time.
Really?
She knows I love animals, and I've never been, so.
I am very excited
She took
for
me for my
this.
birthday.
The ostriches will put their heads in the window if you have if you have it rolled down, and they will take the food right out of your hands or even snap at you, so be careful.
Okay, good to know. That's my one thing.
I didn't have any of that. I don't know.
That's good.
It seems like they were all caged up. I mean,
Well, maybe they changed it since we've
I
been.
can't remember.
I've seen videos where they like go into the car, so
Yeah,
which I think was kind of fun.
So maybe
But also
That's
maybe
true. They
don't
were
get your
all
head
just,
bit.
they were all just back.
Yes, and not maybe my 18-month-old, but
Is that pricing for the
that's for
wildlife
this
ranch?
one.
So
Yes.
that's not the zoo. I was-
No, the
I was
zoo
like,
is.
Wow, that is really.
5-minute warning, you're done.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
We're good.
goodness.
Lasses Aquarium's in SeaWorld. They have great options for that too.
Sorry.
You're good.
Hey Barbara, are
Hey.
you back?
I'm back, and Bernie.
Awesome.
Good
Yay.
to see you.
Likewise. I'm talking about free education resources in San Antonio. How many of you are looking for resources for yourself?
That'd be good.
Maybe. How many are more interested in resources that just people come to you and you want to know, you want to be able to help people?
Yeah.
I've got some of both. And at the end, there's a QR code, so don't panic. I tried to make the font bigger from the first presentation to this one because people couldn't even read it. I'm sorry if the font is too small to read, but you can have access to the whole list and all the links, so you don't need to write anything down. First, I've got some links that are interesting if you are looking for improving your job situation, or maybe you want to pick up a side gig. Intuit, that does like TurboTax software, they will give you free classes on how you can become one of their online specialists, you know, when people are doing the taxes themselves. SAP San Antonio Public Library has all kinds of job support, educational resources. There's so much in San Antonio if you need help gaining job skills. I'm not gonna talk about details really.
I'm not being rude, Erin.
I know.
But I'm retired now.
Somebody might ask you, but you're free to go.
Can
No
I
worries.
I'm sorry.
You may go.
You have to stay here.
Set me free. Okay.
Almost all of the school districts have programs to help support parents within that district. You can get, for example, from San Antonio ISD, they have 50 different job certification programs. NISD, which is right here, has free community health programs. There's all kinds of stuff for refugees, and I don't think any of us here are refugees, but I'm sure that we all encounter refugees, whether we're at the grocery store or in our ministering assignments or riding the bus or waiting in line somewhere. There's all kinds of stuff. And again, all of these links are available to you. English classes. There's one that happens here every Tuesday in this building, right down the hall and in the Institute room. Different levels.
What about Spanish classes?
I didn't find any free Spanish classes, but that's something we can talk about after class. Actually, you should ask Michael.
Okay.
But I mean, everybody knows Duolingo.
Yeah.
Right?
UTSA, if you're more than 60 something, you can audit classes for free.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I have one 82-year-old woman in my French intermediate class right now. She hasn't paid a penny for the class.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they're in there. And if you're less than 60 something, it's $50 for the semester.
Nice.
Yeah. So you just need to find a professor who's willing to open their door, but most of us are.
That's amazing. Cool. Anybody can take free classes online from Harvard. They're not all free, but they do have 140 that are free, and I kind of looked at them to see what they were. Coursera is another online hub. They will let you start for free. I don't think most of their classes are free. And then something that I had never heard of, mental health first aid. It's not CPR. It's learning how to recognize the signs and how to respond to the signs of substance abuse or mental health challenges. But the most important thing that, if you only remember
The San
this,
Antonio
that
Community
would be great.
Resource Directory is your one-stop online directory. Day or night, visit sacred.org to find resources related to food, housing, healthcare, education, work, and counseling. Just type sacrd.org, narrow down your options by location. Use your zip code and select the category from one of the drop-down menus for a list of programs ready to assist you. Visit sacred.org today.
So this is a community resource directory, and it's amazing. I just want to point out, they have portals on, this isn't necessarily education, but as women, we always need to know about resources, and it's a great place to know. So check out sacred.org, and if you would like, the QR code to all the curated list there. Thanks for coming. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're great, Erin.
Yeah.
And then follow you.
Oh, just put me on.
Yeah.